tell?
It's a new week. It's a new week. And I got some energy. Follow me on Instagram, G.
Oh, okay.
Energy.
All right. Okay, I see where you're going with this. Okay. You better get it, girl. You was feeling it today.
I am. How was your week?
My week's been good, but how was your week?
You go first.
Well, I gotta go first. I went first last week because of graduation.
Because I'm chewing.
Oh, my Lord. Okay. My week was really, really good, actually. I had an event for my school, and there's some other things that I have been working on that I've just been doing some research and, getting prepared for those. So that's been mainly my week. And then I've taken a couple of days yesterday and today just to kind of like be lazy and do nothing.
I know that's right.
Or just because I honestly don't feel like it. For me personally, like Monday through Friday for right now are my work days. Like that works for me. And then Saturdays and Sundays when things come along. Enjoy. Exactly. I do what I have to. So if, in that moment I need to go do something, then I'll go do it. But if not, I'm going to spend it to be lazy until the time kicks in where I have to be doing something or I need to be doing something.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's dope.
Taking a moment to rest.
Exactly. And you need to because you just finished like slamming it out with school and working full time. So it's okay to take a break. Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So it's okay to take a break.
Come on now.
So, well, my week was pretty much the same.
Before you go into that, thank you for saying that.
What?
Because for me, it has actually really been mentally hard not to be.
What?
Nothing. So it's just the joy. It's been mentally hard for me because when I take time to just do nothing, I'm thinking to myself, like, you should be doing something. And then I feel bad for not doing anything. And I don't want to use the words feel bad because I don't really feel bad. But it's just like I could be doing more or I need to be doing more, if that makes sense.
Right.
So, yeah, it's just weird not having the free time. It really is weird.
But it's good.
Yeah.
Every now and then to have a break for a season.
Right.
So, do that. Sorry, choked on my French fry. But no, do that and just enjoy the time because when you get back busy, it's gonna be like, where's the time?
Right.
So,
That's true. So yeah, what about your week?
But my week was the same. Work and it's pretty much it. I just did that. Nothing special.
Oh, okay.
My birthday's not this week, but next week.
I know.
When the episode will be out, it will be my birthday.
It will be.
My actual date of birth.
It will be.
The 31st of July.
I
am at the end of the month, the beginning of a new season.
Right.
But yeah, so, excited about that, but nothing major.
Okay.
It's just another birthday.
So. Okay.
Shall see how that goes.
Here we go. I'm not going there.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm just saying this because I want to.
Jesus.
I feel like I'm just at the point in my life where I really just don't have time. Like, how you're saying you actually have some time to relax. I don't have time. I don't have patience for certain things in my life right now. So, yeah, and I'm just, I'm not even going to go in deep. Usually I'm an open book, but until this plays out, I'm going to give it till after my birthday to see how this plays out. And then I will let y'all in on how I feel.
Lord. But you know what, though?
Moving forward.
We were talking about this. There must be a shift in energy because it's not just you.
There is.
It's not just you.
Yeah.
Some things that were once hidden are now being made present. And I'm grateful for sight because it allows me to make a choice, the choice that I want to make. So.
Yeah, actually, that's I always say, and I've said this to Carl when we've had our own discussions, but I've always been the person to give me the option to make a choice before you make a choice for me.
Right.
But I've always been that type of person, like, don't put me through a situation and you're making the decisions on my behalf because you don't want to hurt me or you don't want to mess up what we have going on because you messed up or whatever the situation may be.
Come on now.
But always give me the option, like, just be 100.
Right.
That's it.
Well, a lot of times people get confused in thinking that they know what's best for you. So then they do something thinking that they know what it is what you want, not really having the full understanding. And again, their intentions may be pure in the moment, but the best way to know what somebody wants is to ask them, not to assume.
Communicate. Communication is key.
It is. But anyway, we're jumping ahead.
So but anyway, and that's just that. I mean, it was a little short intro for the week, but I mean, that's how my week went. I just,
Mm-hmm. I do know.
Same. So with that being said.
Yeah, let's go ahead and move on because there was a lot that happened and I'm so excited. So let's get into it.
Yeah. So we are going to move on to our next segment. Here we go. Have you seen it?
I have seen a whole lot this week.
I have too.
I have a whole lot. But okay, I want to, before we get into it, I want to cover something first that I have talked about previously. And it is
what was that?
Avengers In Game. So Avengers In Game is now the #1 movie of all time.
I don't think that's fair.
Well, let me just explain. So, according to Box Office Mojo, Avengers In Game is at $2.79 billion.
Great. Good for them.
And Avatar is at $2.78 billion. So it was pushed out by just $1 million, but Avengers actually finally did it. And this is the crazy thing. So I wanted to dive a little deeper into this because I just wanted to see what was going on here. So out of the top 10 highest grossing films of all time, guess how many Disney owns?
How many? Because I'm not going to be able to guess.
7 of them. 7.
Oh.
So here you go. You have Avengers In Game. You already know the box office from that. You have Avatar, which is Fox, which Disney now owns. You have Star Wars, The Force Awakens, $2.06 billion. Avengers Infinity War, $2.04 billion. The Avengers, the original one, $1.5 billion. Avengers Age of Ultron, $1.4 billion. And Black Panther, $1.34 billion. They're missing 3. That's insane.
That is insane. I don't know if you're going to talk about this, but I did happen to see Black Panther 2.
Yes, don't talk about any of that yet. That is coming up.
Okay.
So.
Well, you started with Marvel.
Well, I just wanted to cover Endgame because it was all announced, this past weekend at ComicCon. But there is so much more that I'm going to dive into because I'm actually really excited about a lot of the stuff that they mentioned. I think it's going to be really amazing. Okay. However, let's talk about Lion King. Do you want me to go first? Do you want to go first?
Can you feel the love tonight?
Okay. You want to?
Yeah, I just want to say I thought it was good.
Oh, okay.
I enjoyed it. It was just it's the same movie. I mean,
they changed quite a few lines.
They didn't do anything special. They changed a few lines, but I'm saying it's the same movie, like just real animals. But what I did enjoy, my favorite part of the whole movie was when they used Timon and Pumbaa as the bait. And they did Be Our Guest.
That was brilliant. That was really funny.
I almost lost it in there because I was like, no, they didn't. Okay, giving a shout out to my favorite and my second favorite.
I honestly was like, okay with the movie.
Yeah. I mean, it was the same movie.
Well, even for me, I enjoyed the animated version better. And let me just tell you why. When I saw the animated version and I saw it in theaters and that first note came in and it hit.
That one?
I don't know if maybe it was our theater, but it's the same theater that I've gone to, and I've seen Black Panther there, Avengers In Game, and my mind was blown. But this sound, it just seemed like the sound for it didn't have that same impact. It wasn't like engulfing. I didn't feel it. And what I was really hoping for is that they were going to like full on give it to us. And they really didn't as far as the music. Spirit sounded phenomenal. Can You Feel the Love Tonight? I've heard it, and I wasn't like, oh my God, this is amazing. I was just kind of like,
no, yeah.
Okay.
You know what? The best song was, I think, was Can't Wait to Be King.
Now, that one was good. Yes.
I think that was the best one.
Yeah. And even Be Prepared. I liked the new rendition of Be Prepared. It was good. I was like, okay.
I did not. He obviously can't sing. So.
Right.
But I did not like that at all.
Whoever played Timon can sing, though.
Yes, and he was really good.
Like really good.
He was funny.
Yeah, he was.
He was really funny. So, but it was, I enjoyed it. I mean, my parents, of course, because, I like to drag them to Disney. Well, my mom loves it. It's really just dragging my dad. And he watched it. He laughed. I heard him laugh a little bit. He actually said, though, he enjoyed Aladdin more.
The live action, I agree. I did also.
Yeah, so.
The photorealistic CGI is amazing. Don't get me wrong. It's absolutely brilliant. Like, it looked really good. But as far as the story.
It did. They looked a little weird, too, though. Like, it looked so good. Yes, they looked weird.
With the tree.
And Scar.
Yeah, there's sometimes it looked kind of off, but there was a scene where
sometimes his face wasn't right.
Yeah. Did you notice the scene with Rafiki when he was in the tree, when the leaves fell off the tree, that the tree itself was actually twitching? Like there was a glitch in the computer system or something, but it was twitching back and forth, and all of a sudden it stopped and was still. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. And
I didn't like that they didn't make. I liked Rafiki, but he wasn't as crazy as he was in the car. Like he was like what people would have thought insane crazy, but he's really just super spiritual and in tune. But he wasn't like that in this movie.
I agree.
He didn't even do his Asante San Squashbin. I was like, what? Come on. So it had its ups and downs, but I thought overall, I mean, it was good. So I'm gonna tell you about 3 things, and then I'm done. Mm-hmm. So first, my experience in the movie theater, it was good, or I thought it was good or whatever. But then the part came, of course, where Mufasa dies.
Right.
And so, nobody likes that part.
At all.
But I had a little girl in my theater. And for the next 5 minutes after that happened, all you heard was,
"Aww,
Mufasa."
No.
It was sad. I was like, oh, little baby's heart was broken. Because that was probably the first time. Right. I mean, I don't know. She might have seen the cartoon, but maybe not. But that was that. So then I saw these 3 memes on Instagram. The first one.
Here we go.
When Simba and Nala are grown up and they first see each other. And he stops and he goes, Nala? This guy yells out into his movie theater. He was like, Beyonce? And everybody starts busting up laughing. Then the next meme, when him and her got into it, and she was like, "You're not the same Simba I used to know. Goodbye."
Right.
And she's about to walk away. This girl yells, "You better act." And I'm like, I cannot. Y'all really just do the most. But the last one was the most funniest to me. And they had a picture of Beyonce's Nala, and then they had a picture next to her of Jennifer Hudson, because, she is now going to be in the live action Cats. Right. And so they said, Jennifer, you just couldn't let Beyonce be the only cat. You had to be a cat, too. This little war. What was Beyonce's name in Dreamgirls?
Dina.
There was like this little war between Effie and Dina has got to come to an end.
That's a good one. Yeah.
I was like dying because now you a cat too.
Yeah. Well, she had signed up for that.
I know. I don't know about that one either.
Well, it looks weird, but I'm all in to hear Jennifer sing.
I've seen the stage play.
Yeah.
So I know the premise of the story.
Right.
But I don't know how I'm going to feel about that.
I agree. I think a lot of these remakes I'm a little iffy on, but we'll cover that another time because,
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I do want to talk about ComicCon this weekend.
ComicCon. It was here.
It was. And so much was announced that it was absolutely crazy. So for me, this is what I focused on the most, which was Marvel's announcement. And Marvel announced their Phase 4. I do want to get this out of the way now. Black Panther 2 was mentioned quickly, but no release date. All we know is that Ryan Coogler is working on it. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was also announced. And then Kevin Feige, who is the president and the CEO and the head producer at Marvel Studios, mentioned Fantastic Four.
Oh, that's old.
I am a Marvel fan, but I want to say this. This would be the third reboot. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is the third reboot. But remember, there was a second reboot that they did of Fantastic Four when they replaced the Human Torch with the black guy, and everybody got upset about that. And that one completely bombed. It didn't do well at all.
I don't know. I didn't hear about that.
My point exactly. So they're going to reboot it again for a third time.
But isn't the Fantastic Four a family though?
No, correct? They're not a family. It was the girl who goes invisible.
Oh yeah, no, Incredibles is
exactly.
Family.
Owned by the same company, but two separate.
Well, I'm just saying right. they are modeled after
Incredibles.
Fantastic Four.
Yeah, Incredibles kind of is. You're right. But then, yes, and then the last one that he teased was that mutants will be coming back to Marvel, so they have some stuff coming on with that, but he just...
Mutants.
Yeah, because, X-Men belongs to Marvel, but that's why they were not able to do any mutant movies is because originally when they had leased everything out to Fox...
They're not going to let it go?
No, they're going to reboot everything, just not right now.
Oh, God.
Exactly.
I just feel like the X-Men thing is done. I just feel like...
Dark Phoenix.
They wore that to the ground.
Yeah, they have. And that's why...
Okay, I know.
Yeah.
I know Dark Phoenix really just...
Dark Phoenix was
Me
unpleasant.
and Nico were talking about it. She had just listened to the episode and she was cracking up. She was like, it just is hilarious how disgusted Carl was with that movie.
I was so upset with that movie.
But I just feel like, sometimes just it's dead. It's done.
No,
y'all beat that thing to the ground. I mean, seriously.
Well, Phase 4 is going to cover the next 2-3 years. So that means that mutants probably won't come in until after that, which means that everything is going to be long forgotten by then, hopefully.
Yeah.
Dark Phoenix will never be forgotten. It's trash, rubbish, and garbage.
Trash.
Period. Anyway, let's move on to the good stuff. So, Black Widow movie, May 1st, 2020.
Okay.
Scarlett Johansson is going to be doing her last one. Then we have The Eternals. That's with Angelina Jolie. She was introduced.
Yeah.
Eternals is coming November 6th, 2020.
Okay.
Shang-Chi. I don't know this one very well, but it is their Asian superhero. That's going to be coming February 12th, 2021.
Okay.
And then the one that I'm most excited about, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, May 7th, 2021. I cannot wait.
Okay.
Thor is coming and Natalie Portman's reprising her rod. Reprising her
What? Her rod? What does she have? A rod and he has a hammer?
Actually, I'm glad you said that because they're giving her Mjolnir. She's going to be...
They're giving her what?
Well, that's the name of the hammer. Mjolnir.
Oh, Mjolnir. Okay.
Yeah. So they're going to be giving her...
I didn't know what you said at first.
Oh. Yeah. Well, no, she's going to be the female Thor.
Okay. When was she able to...
Don't forget, Thor, the Dark World, she had that stuff that went inside of her, which actually ended up making one of the Infinity Stones. Remember? And they had to pull it from her. And then she didn't show up in the last one. And so now they're bringing her back for Thor. And this is called Love and Thunder. And it's going to be female Thor and Thor.
Oh.
And then come to find out, the actual gay character that Marvel's introducing is Tessa Thomas's character, who is the one that is Valkyrie. So she, I guess, is officially the openly gay.
Valkyrie
is going to be the openly gay character. Yes, that's correct.
Cool.
I know. So that was cool. And then this one right here had to be the best thing ever. Mahershala Ali is going to be rebooting Blade. They are bringing it back.
I saw that.
And that I got goosebumps. Literally, I cannot wait. They didn't give us a date. I don't know when, but I'm excited to see that. Wesley Snipes did a wonderful job, but I'm really excited to see what Marvel's going to do now that they have the rights back. I think it is going to be insane.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good.
Yes. And then we're going to talk about the TV shows. Disney Plus is getting The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That's the first one, fall 2020. Mm-hmm. You know who the Falcon is, right?
Yes.
The new Captain America. Okay. I just want to make sure.
But how are they going to... So is he going to be the Falcon or is he going to be Captain America?
Well, I'm sure in the series it's called The Falcon and Winter Soldier, but they're going to transition to him becoming, Captain America. Because he came out with the shield. So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then we got Loki, spring 2021. We have WandaVision, spring 2020.
Show?
Yes.
Oh.
That's why he disappeared in Endgame. Remember, he vanished. He picked up the case and vanished.
He died, though.
No. He did.
Infinity
in Avengers In Game.
Oh, yeah,
remember,
but I forgot. Okay,
they went back in time
we
and
undid
he escaped.
Everything. Yeah.
That's correct.
I forgot. We undid
Which
everything.
Doctor Strange is probably going to explain because it's called In the Multiverse of Madness. So that's a lot going on. And then you saw already with Spider-Man Homecoming, you see the multiverse opening up. So it's about to be really crazy and this, that, and the other. So I'm assuming that Loki is going to be in another time or another multiverse something. I have no idea.
And going to be doing some bad stuff, of course.
Exactly.
Because he just can't be right.
Right. And then you have WandaVision, spring 2021. You have What If, which is Marvel's first animated series coming to Disney Plus. And then you have Hawkeye, fall 2021. So Disney Plus is going to be the place to be. And I will be doing it for $6.99 because they are bringing everything.
And it'll probably be like Netflix and end up being $16.99 by the time you finish.
Well, hopefully they do a buy-in thing. Hopefully when you buy in, your price doesn't go up. But we're talking about Disney right now, and they weren't happy with just having the number one film. They needed it to be all of them. So, So we'll see. I'm really hoping that they stick with the pricing that they have now because I think it's really good. It's going to get me to switch over. One, because they have, like I said, all the content that I want to see. And two, because they're creating new content for it. And it's $6.99. Not bad.
Sounds good. Sounds interesting. We'll see how it goes.
Right. So there's a whole lot for Have You Seen It? But I just couldn't let any of that go without us addressing all of it because that is a whole lot of good coming.
Yeah, that's right.
I know. I have a whole lot to see. And you know what? A little side note, an honorable mention. I can't wait to see Maleficent because I saw that trailer.
Yeah. Looks good. Looks real good.
That's going to be really good. I was like, oh, okay, y'all better twist it.
I'm still not excited about Mulan. I'm still not. But
I am.
Hopefully they will change my mind. But I hope they don't. I mean, it would be cool if they did do it from a different perspective, like from, the warrior and really show how she's a strong woman perspective.
Right.
But I feel like if we're in the time of you're just remaking these to live action, don't get away. Don't leave Eddie out of it. He's still live and kicking,
Yes, but you have to remember they're replacing a lot of people because I was shocked that they didn't have Whoopi Goldberg as Shinzai.
Well, yeah.
So
she probably,
I was just, they're trying to mix things up. So
she was sick, though. Remember, she almost died.
Yeah, but they filmed that a long time ago.
Did the voiceovers, but it could have been the time. She was down for a long time.
Yeah, she was.
Because of that. So
it was the pneumonia, and then she got something else that came from the pneumonia. Yeah.
Yeah. So you never know. But
this is true. So yeah, that is everything for Have You Seen It? Covered it all.
Awesome. So we're going to move on to our next segment. And it is Help Me Fix My Life. Can you help me fix it? Can you help me fix it? Need you to help me fix it. Fix my life. Fix my life. Fix my life.
Okay.
Today. Fix your face.
Go ahead. All right. Yes.
Fix your face.
Okay. You better flip it up, turn it around, and reverse it.
Why are you in a different octave right now? What's going on? Bring it back down.
That one took me in. The octave had to match the face of the necktie.
Can you flip it up so you didn't reverse it?
You better go ahead.
You a fool. You a
fool. Right. Now, okay. Now hold up. I don't know now. Because that's the one there. Okay, we got 2 on the books. Yes, I liked last week's. I think I might like this week's better. We're going to have to see. You're going to have to record both of them, and then we have to choose.
Every week you like better. Every week you like better. The only one that you didn't really like. Okay. There was only one. All the rest of them, you was like, I love it.
Okay, listen. You wasn't really feeling it that week.
I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready.
And I could tell that one was half done. You were just you know what? I'm going to get a blender. I'm going to take all these genres and just mix her up.
Yeah. It'll be everything.
Because that was a miss.
And more. All right.
No, that one was good, girl. That was good.
Well,
I really liked that one.
Well, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
Yo. Welcome to Atlanta where the plays play. LOL. Woosa. Oh, that's wash. Wash. Poppin'. What's good? Whoa.
Woosa, huh? Okay. Woosa. We just took it right on back to Bad Boys. I see.
I am reading this, you guys. I'm not being this random. Wash poppin'. What's good? Okay. Hope all is well for the both of you beautiful souls. I definitely have an eventful story for you two and would like some advice.
Okay.
So a few years back, a couple of friends and I were partying it up one night, and I guess I caught this dude's attention. He came up to me and started to spit his game. I was kind of shocked because this guy was very attractive. He introduced himself as, quote, J, end quote. A military guy from North Carolina that was stationed in San Diego at the time. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Okay. We exchanged phone numbers and proceeded to get to know each other. I always had this gut feeling that he had this secret life or something in that nature.
Oh, God.
But he was always available to hang out and go on dates. So, I don't know. Anywho, after 2 months of dating and growing feelings for one another, we were out one night and I pulled out my phone and said, "Hey, let's take a picture." His reply was, "Well, where are you going to post?"
Huh.
And it was at that moment I knew my gut feeling was right all along. I told him that right there just answered all my suspicions. Sorry, that was me. I told him that right there was the... Wait, where am I? Shoot. Dang it. Okay. I told him that right there answered all my suspicions.
Hold on. There is a lot on this because I'm looking at it and I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is a lot here. So I can see how you're losing your spot because it's tight. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first paragraph. I'm on the second. He started begging me to let him explain, blah, blah, blah. Y'all know how that goes. Oh, okay, girl. As I was chugging my beer, he said, "Well, for starters, my name isn't Jay. It's Mike."
Oh.
He was actually married and had 2 kids.
Oh.
That's all I needed to hear. I grabbed my stuff and left with the quickness. Weeks went by and Mike, aka Jay, still kept hitting me up and begging me not to leave him. I told him if he doesn't leave me alone, I will find his wife's Facebook and PM her and let her know everything.
Oh.
And guess what happened? Yep, he didn't stop. Well, there I go, CIA status, and found his wife, told her everything she needed to know. She thanked me and explained that I am the 3rd female, the heck, that has come to her with the same BS. Mind you, I grew some real feelings for this dude, and TMI, our sex life was amazing. When I was with him, it was great, but I am disgusted with all of the lies and betrayal. Going forward to present day, he still hits me up, and to be completely honest, To be completely honest, I'm curious and considering writing back. What?
Right.
His wife left him and he is officially single. Ugh, I hate looking weak and vulnerable. What should I do? Sincerely,
Run.
Le Sad Breaker.
Okay. I'm going to share a story about myself.
I'm going to share a story.
It had to be 2008, 2009. I was in a similar situation where at that time I started dating someone who told me their name was one thing. And, we talked a lot. We talked a whole lot. I don't know why you're making that face. You already know this story. You know the person. And I, without thinking about it, allowed this person to move here. And yeah. Yes. And I did not even know the person's real name.
Bruh.
Until us dating for 4 or 5 months. Then the only reason I found out.
And living together.
Yeah. And then found out that the person's real name was what their real name was because their best friend wrote me and would tell me the things that they were doing back in their home state because I'm in California. They weren't from California.
Yeah.
And then weird things would happen where it'd be like, oh, I'm staying at my friend's house, this, that, and the other. I can't talk to you right now, even though it's 11 and hiding their phone, they were going to get in trouble or something. It was really weird. And then being in situations where and I, during that time, could not see the crazy wrapped in the crazy.
Well, I didn't either. And that's the crazy thing because I was around the whole time and I still I was just oh, Karl, come on. He's a good guy. He's nice. I like it. Yeah.
This is
totally forgot about that.
Yeah. Last night I was watching a documentary called The American Meme. And it's scary to me how people online can create this whole world. And it's scary to me how people have even begun to find their validation from being online and not being who they are. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of scary because literally I let this person live with me, not knowing who they were, and then coming to find out that everything I felt in my gut was real.
Yeah.
And the thing is when you ask the universe for something, the universe always brings that, whether you ask for something good or whether you are indirectly asking for something bad. And when I say that, let me say this.
Well, just to clarify what you're saying.
I was just
when you ask for answers, when you ask for answers, you're going to get, no matter if it's good or bad, you're going to get the answer that you asked for.
That's correct. Because if you're saying, I need to know, your gut feeling is that, and listen here, if somebody comes to you and they say, hey, I made a mistake and I apologize, and they don't do it anymore, then you move forward. But if somebody comes to you and say, hey, I apologize, and then they do it again, and then they come back to you and they apologize and then they do it again, and then you find out something else, and then you find out something else, and you find out something else, you probably should kind of, pay attention to it.
Antennas up.
And so my thing to you, my lovely breaker, is you want nothing to do with that. Think about it like this. Okay, he was with his wife, and his wife said that was the third person that he did it with. Sweetheart, you might not want to put yourself in that situation. And I know sometimes we want to believe, oh yeah, they were changed for me. At the end of the day, no one changes unless they want to. So yeah, he may be hitting you up, but you don't know the true reason for him hitting you up. And I know that it may feel good because he's hitting you up, but look at what you had to do. You had to go find his wife, let her know what was going on because he was still doing it after you telling him to stop. And the last thing I would want for you is for you to allow yourself to open up to this energy while this person's going to do this same situation to you.
Period.
Yeah. So with that, I would say it's best just to let it go. Yeah, he's single, but he wasn't single by choice.
He might be. He might be single.
Well, I'm guessing the way that this sentence was written is, he's officially single. So I'm guessing that she went back and checked the wife's page to see what the wife had changed it to. I mean, she found her.
That don't mean that he's single.
That's true. He could be dating somebody new now.
Because he clearly is a playboy. Exactly.
Right. So I'm with you on that one.
I say run, run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man. That's what I say.
Okay, sure. You better come on in here. You better come on, yes. You know what? I'm with Trina, though. Like, for real, for real. I am with Trina on that one. Child, you need to get the heck out now.
Listen, let me tell you something. I'm the queen of block. I blocked some people this week, and I had to unblock them for the sake of some things. But let me tell you something. Any of my friends will tell you, I will text me something wrong. Say anything to me wrong. You're blocked. A lot of my friends be on a friend break and don't even know it. They be blocked and be just texting away one thinking I'm busy. And when I decide to unblock them, I do and speak to them. You're on a timeout. You on a timeout. You on a timeout, friend. Shoot. So.
You're a best.
In this situation, block him. Block him. And you can even be petty and say, you can even be petty and respond and tell him like not interested and then block him.
Sweetheart, no. I'm learning this from experience.
Do not engage.
Yeah, do not engage. Honey, let me tell you why. Because once you engage, you hand your power over. You don't want to hand your power over to anyone. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter if it's a family member, a loved one, a cherished friend. You never want to give the power of you over to someone else. And as soon as you write that person back, you're opening the floodgates, saying to yourself, I'm going to accept whatever energy this person is going to bring to me. And you've seen that the energy has been bad, sweetheart, because it's already put you in a bad spot.
Sorry, Sad Breaker, but this is what I was talking about to you earlier. Like, this is exactly what you and I was talking about. Like, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to respond. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
There we go. I knew it. I knew it was too good to be true. I knew you hadn't left it alone.
I'm going to leave it alone, but I just want to say.
You're not. No, you're not.
I'm going to leave it alone, but that is what I'm saying. I feel the same way. Like, you know, you just don't be wanting to. Okay, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to respond. Sad Breaker. Block. That's all I'm saying. Block. Use it. It's a lifesaver. And then report his page as spam. Period. Period, poo. Report it as inappropriate. Period, poo. Let his page get taken down. I'm that girl. Oh, you want to keep hitting me up? Spam. Instagram, it's spam. Thank you. We have deleted this person.
Don't do that. That's petty and vindictive, and you don't need to go there.
It won't work unless they're really spam. I'm just saying. But you can report them.
Oh my goodness.
As inappropriate. But block them for sure. Just make it to where they can't get in contact with you. There's nothing wrong with that.
And I agree.
You don't want them in your life anymore, and that is a way to. But I'm good for. I'm leaving my page wide open. You can watch me all you want, sweetheart. I can even see you when you look at my stuff. Boo.
You know what? That's
Period,
funny.
Pooh.
It's funny you say that. There are a lot of people who are not in my life anymore who still follow me on social media, and they still look at my stuff regularly, like my stories and stuff.
Still.
And I find it interesting. They don't comment, but they go through it. And I think that's interesting.
You won't like it? Yeah, you won't like it. Child, I see you from a distance. Look at how you looking.
We call them creepers.
Mm-hmm. Jeepers, creepers. Where'd you get those people? I see you, bro. Like, seriously, bro. Like, y'all be so dumb. They be so dumb. They be thinking they do it like stealth mode, like they getting away with stuff. Little do you know, I look at everybody who views my story.
Well, I have been really contemplating this. I am going through a shift personally right now, and Trina and I talked about that earlier, where I have to be really aware of my energy and really aware of what I put out, because if we're not mindful of what we put out, not to be cliche, but it is a circle of life. What you put out is what you get back. That's why I said that. It's true. What you put out is what comes back to you.
Right. Well, Timon and Pumbaa beg to differ. They said it was a straight line. So,
however, but you saw what happened. And the very end, they end up converting over because you see. And I do believe that there's a balance to all of it. What you put out is what you get back.
And that's so
with
true.
That, make sure that the kindness
is still there.
Is always there because
y'all know I be talking a lot of mess, but I'm really nice.
Yeah, and I know. I know.
I do block people though. Funny. Like, let's be clear.
And you have exactly. Blocking is good. Blocking is very good.
And I will give you a knuckle sandwich. We've talked about that too.
We did.
But I'm actually very nice. So I totally agree with Karl completely. Put out what you want back. Mm-hmm. Just like, so this is the last thing I'm going to say about this. But just like when I was talking to this person who I've been mad at, I went off. Okay, y'all, I went off. And then I turned right back around and I wished them well. And I sincerely meant every single thing that I said, because at the end of the day, I want your journey to be just as beautiful as mine.
Exactly.
We don't have to be cool.
That's right.
Or on the same page.
Right.
For your journey to be good. Like, I might not be a part of your journey anyway.
And that's okay.
I might have just been a pit stop. And it's okay. But I mean, that's the thing. Wish him well in your heart, because don't respond to him because he's a creep. But wish him well and then block him. Simple.
I agree.
B for block.
100%. 100%.
B for block and B for breakers. Blocking.
We some blocking breakers. Come on now.
We some blocking breakers. Blocking all 2019.
We blocking that bad energy. I know that's right.
So yeah. So sorry about that situation though. That has to suck. Finding out somebody that you really care about is married with kids. Huh. Can you imagine?
I can.
Girl.
Right.
I wouldn't have just chugged the beer and left. I would have got that picture right in his face. Glass everywhere. What?
Oh.
Your name is what? Okay, anyway.
Just violent.
We're going to move on to our next segment.
Please.
And know what time it is. It's tea time.
It's tea time.
Don't hush me. Don't shush me while I'm singing. Why was you shushing me?
Let's move on. Let's just get into it.
No, why was you shushing me, sir? Y'all should see my face right now. I'm just like, don't be Karl was over there shaking his finger at me and stuff, like telling me no while I'm singing. I do what I want when I want.
Oh, okay. All right, Sippy McSipperson. You can go ahead and do what you want when you want. Oh.
All right. So this week in tea time, we got a few things. Mm-hmm. First, I want to talk about Eddie Murphy.
Oh, okay.
Since I was just talking about him. Apparently, he has decided to sign a deal with Netflix, $70 million, and he will be doing stand-up, coming back.
Wow.
Reintroducing his career, doing a stand-up, what do they call? Like show?
Is this a series or just a one-off show?
I don't know if it's a series. I think it's a show.
70 million for one show?
70 million.
Insane.
Well, it's Eddie Murphy.
No, I get that. I'm not downplaying his talent.
You know?
I'm just thinking about sustainability for Netflix is what I was thinking, because I'm like, how do they have the money to continue to do this? They don't.
Well, it is crazy because didn't Beyonce get like 40 million for her documentary or something?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like the amount of money that they spend acquiring content is absolutely insane for them to only have subscriptions.
But if you think about how many people, there's a lot. That's one reason why I was about to say the prescriptions keep going up.
Have you taken yours today?
Oopsie. Yes, that's why I'm acting this way. But yeah, maybe that's why the subscription prices keep going up. I don't know.
No, actually, they've reached peak right now for the number of subscriptions. They have about
the number of what?
Subscriptions.
Subscriptions.
Okay. Yeah. Like they're at 150 million in America. That's half of America has Netflix subscriptions. So
what is going on?
I don't know.
Neither of us can talk.
It was you last week. It's me this week.
Well, yeah, but it started off this morning when we were talking. Right.
It did. It really did.
So, but yeah, I think that's dope though. I want to see what content he's going to put out. If it is just I know it said stand up. So I don't know if it's going to be just one show and then he's like touring, or if it's going to be, because they can make money that way too. If he does go on a tour and has ticket sales, I mean, they can make all the money off of that.
This is true.
They're giving him $70 million.
Yeah. So that's a good point.
But anyway, next thing, I don't know if y'all heard about ASAP Rocky.
Is that the one who's in jail right now?
Yes. And what's going on with him? The model/rapper ASAP Rocky, if you guys don't know, was in Sweden. And there's videos that surface basically of him, and he's with his entourage and his security guard. And this one guy is like pestering them and bothering him and like following him. And they end up getting into a physical altercation. But prior to the altercation, ASAP said in the video, this guy will not leave us alone everywhere we're going. He's following us. We turn the corner. He's following us. Right. So he made it very clear that he was not the aggressor in this situation. And still, the guy was actually not even going after ASAP. He was trying to fight his security guard, which like if you watch the video. But anyway, so they ended up arresting him, and he has been in solitary confinement in Sweden for, I don't know, he's been in there for a while, a couple weeks now.
Wow.
Yeah. And the judge basically said that they're not going to release him. So Kanye and Kim are back on their Captain Sava.
Okay.
But they've reached out to Donald Trump, and Donald Trump actually tweeted out that he's going to do his best to talk to the incredibly talented Prime Minister of Sweden to try to get ASAP Rocky released. And he actually also said that he would be willing to pay his bail. So I'm not sure what's going to happen.
Donald Trump said that?
Donald Trump. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Huh.
And so we're going to have to see how it plays out.
Okay, I'm a little confused though. What charges are they holding him on? Because
I guess for assault, in public, assaulting the guy. Because they got into a fight, but you can see the footage. ASAP, whoever was with him in his camp, was recording the entire incident. So you could see the guy being the aggressor. You could see people in town translating to him because he couldn't really speak English that well. So you could see like they had women coming over there who spoke English and were translating like, you need to leave him alone. Just let it go. It's not even a big situation. Just let it be. And he literally kept following him.
Well, what was it over? Like, what started it?
I don't even know. I think he came up to them and the security guard told him he needs to back up, give him space. And I guess he like kind of pushed him out of the way. Oh. The guy's phone broke or something like that. But he wasn't like aggressive. He kept telling him, you need to back up. Like, he's doing his job. He's protecting ASAP. That's what security does.
Right.
So yeah, it was something minute and made into a grander scale of nothingness. So yeah, he's being held right now in Sweden.
Okay. Huh.
I know it's kind of sad, but a lot of Black Twitter aren't really here for ASAP because he did make comments a little while back about the Black community and how, he don't really care about their support and all of that. So some people aren't really caring, but people say things and it just be like, come on. I know we should hold people accountable for the things that they say and their actions, but like when it's a situation like this where they're being done an injustice, like I understand their past is their past.
I agree.
You should not, like, come on. He's in inhumane, like they said it's inhumane where he's at, which is bad. Up here. So.
Right. That is bad. For me, this is the thing. We were talking about it with Chris Brown, where Chris Brown was shaming Black women. I'm never about downing somebody else's culture, let alone my own. I understand where A$AP Rocky is coming from because we've had this conversation. And it's funny. A friend of mine an associate of mine posted something online where they said, it's funny how when you're not doing anything and people don't see the moves that you're making, they don't have time for you. But as soon as you make it big and you're doing things, then all of a sudden they want to hang out with you. And I find that funny because firstly, the person who said it does that all the time. He's kind of hypocritical where he says, hey, we need to do this, we need to do that, we need to do that. Never follows through with any of it. And then on top of that, it's funny because it is true. So I can understand where A$AP Rocky is coming from because you can ask people to support you. You can ask people to be behind you and they won't do that. But as soon as you make it big, then it's like,
Their
I
hands
believed
out.
in you all along. I believed in you the whole time.
And it might have just been from his perspective, what happened in his situation. I mean, he might have said it as a general comment, you know, but it doesn't mean that he's not specifically talking about individuals in his life. Like, obviously, if he hasn't met you, he ain't talking about you.
Right.
He don't know you. So you don't even matter, which that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't mean that you don't matter, but you don't matter in his statement. He wasn't talking to you.
Exactly.
So I think people blow it up out of proportion.
Trina, you really need to watch this documentary. It's called The American Meme. It's on Netflix, but it's really, really good because the thing is I guarantee you the people who are complaining about him making that comment don't buy his music anyway and didn't support him anyway.
Exactly.
But they need something to say online because everybody is looking to be famous. Everybody is looking to have their 15 minutes of fame.
Exactly. Everybody wants to be an internet sensation. They want to be an internet sensation.
Exactly. Everybody.
Yeah.
That's what I'm noticing. So regardless, like I said, I don't blame him for saying what he said because obviously it's coming from a place of hurt, which is why he said that. And to a certain degree, he should be right. I'll say
he's entitled to how he feels.
Exactly.
Period.
Exactly.
His feelings are valid, and that's how he feels. And so what? If you don't agree with it, you don't agree with it. Okay, agree to disagree, move on. But you don't say, I don't care that he's locked up for not doing anything. I mean, because you were ready to go crazy over the Central Park 5, but
come on now.
You know, it ain't no different. Like, come on.
That's right.
So moving on to the next segment before I get mad at y'all.
Not you breakers. Not
you breakers. I'm just talking about in general. But this was dope. We had a real life Black superhero this week. A Black man in Philly scaled a 19-story building to save his mother. It was on fire. And he scaled the building and was able to save his mother. From the burning building. And
wow.
I mean, it was dope. It's just, you know, we real life superheroes out here, man.
We like really doing it for real.
Serving and protecting the real way. But I just wanted to highlight him because I thought that was dope. But last but not least, let's go into this. So you know that we have been praising Morehouse for all of the advancements that they have been doing so far. And now they're taking a step back, man.
Oh, Lord.
Apparently, there's been some allegations surfacing about the dean sexually harassing one of the students. Basically, he didn't give details of everything that happened, but he did say that there was sexual advances. He said some sexual things to him and tried to initiate touching. So he immediately reported him, and it was the dean.
Wow.
And he didn't tell anybody, but he finally came out and started talking about it. And I also saw that another student has just recently come forward and said the PE teacher was going to fail him if he did not give, I don't know if it was a him or her, but oral. And he refused. So both kind of had the same thing, and were both saying how they both went into like a depression, and it was very hard because, you know, it's school.
Right.
They're trying to graduate from college so they can start their life. And if you fail, you know, that's on your record. So,
that's right.
But I just think it sucks, like progressing and then we're moving back.
Well, no. We're not going to hold the whole institution responsible for two people's actions.
Well, yeah, no. But the dean is up there.
Yeah, the dean is up there. Exactly. But the president is above him, and that's where most of the decisions are made. So I'm grateful for the board and the president. I'm not, however, grateful for the dean and that PE teacher. That is not okay.
Not okay. You're supposed to be an example.
Exactly.
And it's an all male school. Like, so there's already I mean, not like they never see women or anything, but you know, there is a pressure and a standard that they're held at when you're in a school that's, you know, just one sex basically.
Exactly.
So there's just, you know, it's a different vibe. It's a different lifestyle. And to feel pressured by other men, especially if you're a straight man. Right. It can be damaging mentally.
It can be.
You know?
And it's just not okay.
Yeah, it's not cool.
Just like you have the right to express your sexuality, they do as well. And they should be left alone.
Well, and you shouldn't be forcing anybody to do anything anyway.
Come on now.
I mean, that's just it. You should be able to get it. If you can't get it, get on the internet. There's a lot of desperate people out there.
Come on now.
Just saying. There's so many people on the internet selling themselves. Like, just, you can find somebody. You don't have to force anybody to do anything.
It's so crazy. It's so crazy to me what we have digressed to. And I do believe that there's an awakening happening. But it's so true with this people just needing to feel validation. And the internet is feeding that, like, with everything. Yeah. Snapchat, Instagram, all of them. They, it's like.
Of course, you'd say Snapchat first.
Well, it's all of them. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. But remember this morning when you said you Snapchatted the picture and you made a screenshot? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was by accident. That wasn't on purpose. Carl's favorite social media site.
Actually, I don't even use that. The only one I get on is Instagram, really. And even then, I'm really thinking about taking a break.
You can't.
I really took a step back last night and just really began to think about it. Like, seeing what we're going
honestly,
to.
I was thinking that too. I was like, man, I want to take a hiatus, but I can't because we have to promote the show.
But you know what? I think I'm going to take away from my personal page for a little bit because I never want my validation to come from others.
Oh, yeah.
And yes, I want to promote the show, most definitely. And I'm going to continue to promote the show.
Yeah.
But I don't want to get into that trap of needing validation from others. Feeling that I am not good enough.
I need likes.
Exactly. Or likes because, in watching that documentary last night, Paris Hilton said something. She said she trusts her fans, people who like her things, more than she does her family. She lets them come and stay in her home. And I'm not judging her in any way, but she says she feels more connected with them. And there's people who said that she has saved their lives because the confidence that she's displayed. So, they call themselves the Little Hiltons and they call her mom and this, that, and the other. And it's amazing to me how people believe they know somebody from social media.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Beehive will kill somebody from Beyonce.
And it's so true
it's
because
sad.
They do. Like it's like Beyonce's their best friend and they don't know her.
And Nicki's game, the Barbs, they are the same way for Nicki Minaj too. I mean, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Some of the things, like I see people will argue you down. Don't make a comment against any of them. Taylor Swift's people too.
But that's the crazy thing is with no fact checking though. It's no fact checking at all.
Exactly.
It's just on the attack. We're watching society become bullies because that's what happens. You get into these groups, you get into these cliques, and then
we're watching them become robots, really. You're becoming conditioned to thinking one way. So they're putting something in front of you, showing you how to love it,
right?
Showing you how to admire it so much that you want possession of it. And then it's controlling you so that anything that person does or says is gold. I don't care. It could be the furthest thing from the truth.
And it's so true.
And they're going to fight for it. So, I guess we could, that could be self-care this week because honestly, validation.
Know thyself.
Validation is not what you need to be looking for from strangers. It's just not.
Can I go one step further, please? Mm-hmm. Validation is not something you should be looking from others, period.
Yeah, period. It's not. And a lot of people, that's a big issue. That used to be an issue of mine. I was definitely like, oh, do you like this? Are you sure? Okay. If you think it's cute, then I'm cool with it. Like, never could make a decision on my own. Like, but now you can't tell me nothing. I wear what I want, do what I want when I want.
And it should be that way.
And I mean, it should be that way. And I feel like you're just, I can only speak for myself, but I feel like I'm happier that way because I don't really care what other people think.
Right.
If you notice, I get on Carl all the time, but he doesn't post at all. Now he posts. I don't post that much.
Right.
But I post. I just don't post as much as you post. You took it up a whole notch.
Well, we were talking about it, promote the show, so I started doing that.
Carl took it up a whole. Carl used to only post once or twice a year. I post maybe once a month. Carl done took it up a notch to where he posts 2-3 times a week. Okay, and I'm just not there. I'm just not there because I really don't. I'm on social media, but I'm not on social media.
Yeah, I'm about to dial it back because I don't feel that it's healthy, and this is the reason why. Is in wanting to promote the show, that was my intention. but I find myself judging myself based on how well they do.
Yeah. And that doesn't matter. I mean, it matters that the posts do well because we obviously want to keep this content going, keep a show for you guys and everything, but it doesn't matter at the same time.
Right.
Because I've had this conversation with a few of the breakers, and I even said everything that me and Karl do, we want a genuine response. We want a genuine reaction to. We want organic followers. We don't want people who, oh, follow me and I'll follow you back. We don't want all that like, oh, promote me.
Right.
Promote me. And then I'll promote y'all. Like, we don't want that. Like, that's not what we asked for. We want it to be, organic. If we see something in you, like you guys should see the DMs that when I reach out to people who I put for the music segments, like I reach out to them and I say, hey, I think you're dope. Can I feature you on my show? I'm not asking them for anything, but hey, can you give us a little snippet of you saying you're listening to Breaking Hollywood? That's it.
Yep.
That's all I ask for. We don't ask for money. We don't ask for anything. This is just another outlet for your music to be heard for the free. That's right. So it's not for us. It's not about, this is literally about promoting good music, promoting these films and these shows that we're interested in, and talking to y'all and really working on ourselves as people. So validation, like for what? Because there's always going to be one of y'all bald-headed hoes who don't like me anyway. So don't care.
I used to say this all the time to my kids. It doesn't matter what you do in life. Somebody's always going to have something to say. You could win $1 million tomorrow and donate half of that to a charitable foundation. And somebody who works for the charitable foundation will say one of two things. They're either going to be like, thank you so much for helping us out. And then there's going to be somebody else in the organization who's just like, oh, look at them. They think they're better than us. They're giving that money, this, that, and the other. So you have to continue.
Or that's all. Or tax write-off. Like they're going to say something
right, exactly.
shady.
So you have to continue to know that where you operate is always from kindness and love. And if you're operating from there, then you have nothing to worry about. And don't worry about what others think of you. Don't worry about what others say, because again, there's always going to be something. Learn to block it out and learn to understand your truth and know that you did it for the right reason, and just don't be concerned with it.
Yeah, period.
No matter who it is.
I'm going to tell you guys, I'm going to go a step even further and tell you guys something. This internet, it is a playground for trolls. It is a playground for people who feel horrible about themselves, who have very low self-esteem, who are angry at their parents, who are angry at the world, who are angry at Black people, who are angry at white people, who are angry at Asians, Hispanics, who are just angry. And they will do anything in their power to crush people's spirits and their smile every single day. You better believe it. So when you're going on that, like I literally go on social media to laugh. That is why I follow a lot of funny people. I go on their stories and stuff just to laugh, because for me, I'm trying to be happy.
Right.
So I'm trying to go on there and laugh and joke and have a good time. That's why I'm on social media. But there are people literally out there to destroy your thought process, your character, everything like that. So you just have to be cognizant of that. And you have to understand that honestly, every time you're logging on, you are going in a battlefield on social media, because you never know. One thing you might say and somebody's going to blow up.
You know what, though?
So you just got to be careful about the people you follow, which I hate the fact that they call it following and followers, because we're leaders. We don't follow people. We do our own thing. But it just shows you the mindset of the people who actually created these platforms.
Well, this entire thing that you're talking about, and like you said, people are trolls. The reason for that type of behavior when people get online is because it's for power.
Yeah.
And let me explain. They feel powerless in their lives.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them don't feel powerless in their lives. Some of them may be just fine. But to know that they have the power over somebody else and to affect someone else because they got a rise out of them is why they do it. There's a game, I play Clash Royale from time to time. And it's funny to me because people will get on there and taunt. And I think to myself a lot, I wonder what type of person this person is outside of the game. They get in the game where you are faceless. You are a character. Nobody knows who you are. You make up a name on there so that you don't have to use your real name. And then you get to be whatever type of personality you want to be. And so for me, what I make it a habit to do.
So it's like Sims?
Well, no. It's Clash Royale is where you just battle against another team.
Oh, okay.
You can be two people, or it can just be you.
But they just talk crap.
No, but what they do is they have these little emojis. So there's one that when, like somebody's attacking you and they're doing something and they, they're winning this game. And mind you, everybody wins and loses equally. But because they're beating you, then they want to taunt you and laugh at you. And because it makes them feel better because they won this time. So there's like, hey, let me use these taunt emojis. And it's funny. For me, I always write good game. Even if I won, even if I lost, I always write good game, well played. I always do that because I just want to be mindful that even though somebody is being evil or negative towards me, I can make the choice to be still positive towards them. And again, it's no matter who it is, because it's going to come at you from everywhere. Your parents may not intend for it to come out on you, but it will. But you just have to be aware of what you give back. Your friends may not intend for it to come out on you, but it will. And you just have to be cognizant of how you treat people back. Because when you lay your head down at night, the only person you're responsible for is you. Did you make the decision that you knew in your heart was right? Did you make the decision that you knew in your heart was going to get you to where you were supposed to be?
Did you follow the golden rule today?
Exactly.
We were taught that when we were young. Treat others the way that you want to be treated. That was like one of the first things you learned in school.
That's right. Do unto others as you wish them to do unto you.
That was one of the first things that you learned. Did you do that today?
And so know yourself. Yeah,
so know thyself in and through.
And seek validation from no one. Because this insecurity is funny is because we all want to be accepted, but we're using the internet to be accepted. And even on the internet, it's still advertising that we're not good enough by showing us what we think is beautiful.
And it's still fake because you're not even showing your whole life. Like you can count on your finger how many people like show the good and the bad on their social media. Like you think that people's lives is taking trips and shopping and posing for pictures. Get out of here. After they're done, some of them Instagram models go home to an air mattress on the floor.
That's right.
Some of these Instagram rappers and stuff can't find a job.
That's right.
Robbing people, busting checks, okay? Doing illegal stuff. Seriously. So I'm just saying, really out here. So just realize that you don't have it as bad as you think you do, and just really focus on you being a good person. And I'm telling you, you're going to touch other people. We've been talking about it. And it gets redundant, but it's real. Like it's real, authentically being yourself and being able to have a smile on your face and give a kind word to your brother or your sister or to just somebody you don't even know, like goes a long way for somebody who is one of those people who needs validation from Instagram or from social media or from anywhere or from their parents. So just be the light.
Always.
That is that on that.
On that. Well.
All done.
It is.
Time for us to go.
But it has been a jammed-packed show.
It has. We've been talking a lot today.
I know.
Had to get some things off the chest.
Yes.
But I am going to let y'all know. Don't worry. After my birthday, I will let y'all know the real whole story. Because I got to see how this play out.
Oh, Lord help us.
My life is a lifetime movie.
Hey, you get one shot. The show is right now.
Yes.
Make the best of it.
That's right. So we love you and we mean it.
We do.
Yeah.
Love, light, and positivity always.
Always. High five.
High five.
Whoa. Whoa there. I heard it. All right, y'all.
All right. Bye.
Bye. You ain't gonna let that go.
I didn't have enough breath either.
You just went right on down. You just went right on down. I ain't mad at you.